Arana Nation can confirm that Jonathan Yaniv, who goes by Jessica Yaniv, is not in jail right now. There were reports that she was sitting in a holding cell for assaulting a rebel reporter, Kian Bexley. I don't understand this thing with Canada. How is it that Canada just locks up people overnight and then releases them without seeing a judge? I mean, they did that with her last time. I mean, I don't know, maybe she is seeing a judge, or he is seeing a judge. But what is this thing? I'd be pretty upset if you just lock me up somewhere against my will and then I don't get to see a judge for that. But anyway, he's out, and he actually made a tweet 2 hours ago. And this is the reason why I'm making this video, because I am sending out a warning to all Uber drivers in the Surrey, Vancouver, Victoria, BC area to stay on the lookout. Beware of Jonathan Yaniv. If you see Jonathan or Jessica Yaniv's name on your phone requesting a ride, you drive by as quick as you can. If you're a yellow cab or one of those official taxis and you see Jonathan Yaniv hailing a taxi, you drive on quicker than an Italian or Polish or Jew a taxi driver in New York City drives past a black person trying to hail for a taxi. You drive by. Drive as quick as you can. This person is a predator. This person is a creep. This person has literally admitted that they would want nothing more than to help little girls with their tampons in the bathroom. This is somebody who goes into the bathroom drooling to see girls, underage girls, topless. This is a person who has sent sexually charged voice messages to children, to teenagers. He's a hepaphile, sending voice messages with him sounding like Elmo, talking about girls' boobs going up and down, and saying that Elmo loves to F-U-C-K and all this sort of stuff. This person is a pedophile, and it looks like they're going after the female Uber drivers. Now, for those of you who use Uber, you'll know that there aren't a lot of female Uber drivers. A lot of Uber drivers are men, usually Middle Eastern men, Indian men, black men, usually one of those kind of people. Now, I don't know what it's like in Surrey or anything. I've never been that far west, but that's how it is in the GTA, and there's nothing wrong with that. I say anybody who wants to work, who comes to this country, who is financially independent, and who wants to work, who speaks English or French, welcome them 100%. Jonathan Yaniv is obviously a racist. We've covered this. He is somebody, and I mean, in certain aspects, he is right about the fact that many people use religion as an excuse to not abide by Canadian customs. But when you are angry that a woman does not want to shave your ball sack, and you do have a ball sack, you want a Brazilian wax, and that's for women, and they told you it's for women, and you want it done on your ball sack, and you get mad that they do it, and then you blame them being foreigners for not doing. That's a whole different level. You're just a creep. And, I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe Canada is now a country of creeps. You're saying that this is the Canadian way. You know, Canadians are accepting of this whole men going into women's bathrooms, especially if they don't have the surgery and all that. Maybe you're right. But, you know, there are millions of Canadians who are ready to fight you, Jonathan. And I'm going to send out a warning to Uber drivers who are female. Do not pick up this man! Don't do it! He goes by Jessica Yaniv. His real name is Jonathan. And he just made a Twitter post which says, Dear at Uber support, at Uber Canada, please add the opportunity to request a female driver who hopefully isn't a trans exclusionary radical feminist. I think he said, trying to say feminist. He spelt it wrong. I'm more than willing to pay more for my safety and have to wait a bit longer for my ride. Us LGBTQ #women want to be safe. You're not LGBT anything, okay? Even LGBT people don't like you. And I'm gonna get into why I feel that the LGBTQ people are responsible for this mess, even though they're fighting like dogs trying to distance themselves from him. you are the one that people should be afraid of. Now, he is worried that, I guess he's worried that some man might try to attack him sexually or something as an Uber driver. I don't know what man is going to want to go after Jonathan Yaniv. I mean, any man who wants to go after Jonathan Yaniv must be just as sick as he is, and probably they would belong well together. Any woman who wants to go after Jonathan Yaniv would be just as sick in the head, and they would probably do well together anyway, because Jonathan is sick like a dead dog. He is sick. He is a hepaphile. He needs to go to prison, not for brandishing a taser. I think that should be legal in Canada, 100%. I agree with Jonathan when he says he needs a taser to protect himself. I think we all need tasers in this country to protect ourselves from the deep state, from the police state, which is trying to take our guns away right now as we speak. I think we need more than just tasers. I think we need guns. But, this person is being arrested for the wrong things in this messed up country of ours. And he's not being arrested for sending those pedophilic messages and for ruining people's lives unfairly because they didn't want to wax his balls. I think that should be considered a form of sexual assault as well. The real reason why this person is requesting women Uber drivers is because he wants to harass them. He does this time and time again. He is a serial offender. He needs to be put on the sexual registration. He is dangerous, and Uber drivers, any taxi drivers who is female, I am begging you, I'm pleading with you, if you don't want to end up on the 6 o'clock news or on City TV or CHCH or CTV Vancouver reported as being missing or kidnapped or killed or raped, do not pick up Jonathan Yaniv. They are crazy. They are out of control. And if you don't do exactly what they say when they say it, they'll bash you over the head with sticks and beat you. He has no qualms to literally lynch you on the spot. So he may ask to touch your breasts or to touch you in some way or do something. And if you refuse, he will accuse you of being transphobic. You notice in this message, he says, preferably somebody who isn't a trans exclusionary. So he wants somebody who is accepting of his crazy ways, and this goes way beyond LGBTQ. This is him trying to be a hepaphile, somebody who's trying to be sexual. I mean, and it's not just children. I'm sure it's any woman. I think this person is doing this deliberately just because he wants to get closer to women because women didn't like him who he is. So hear what he said. He wants Uber to send him female drivers, preferably people who don't exclude LGBTQ. So he wants somebody who is accepting of his way of life so that he can then, it's easier for him to manipulate them. Because if he gets somebody, like Faith Goldie or Margaret Thatcher or Candace Owens or Sheila Gunn Reid or one of those already hard-boned women, or my girlfriend, my beautiful girlfriend, who I love, if you were to get one of those girls, they would already be on edge and be like, what the, this is Jonathan Yaniv, I'll make sure this a-hole don't touch me, I'll whoop your ass, I'll whoop you up. Faith Goldie would whoop him up. My girlfriend could beat him up. I mean, give me a break. So, and Jonathan is huge. Even my girlfriend could be, Jonathan would be stumbling about, my woman, boom, so he wants somebody who is not already on edge with his way of life, so that it's easier for him to manipulate them. That's what he's trying to do. So women, drivers of Uber, I don't care if you are LGBT friendly. This is not an attack on LGBT. I'm not an attack on gay. It's not an attack on any of that. But if you don't want to get attacked by this person, you're not going to pick them up. Don't be naive. Don't be the naive little girl who goes out into the streets and then gets sold into prostitution. Don't do it. I'm warning. This is your warning right here. I'm telling you. This is what this person is doing now. He knows he can't do it in this way, so he's trying in a different way. He is a hepophile. He is a pedophile. He is a sexual abuser. And he's a sexual harasser. Now, the reason I say that the LGBTQ is responsible for this guy is because where were you people, with the exception of Blair White? Blair White has been pretty good at calling out radicals within the LGBTQ movement. But where were the others when trans people were telling children that there were more than two genders? Where were you when men dressed as women were reading strange books to children in libraries? Where were you in Ontario when the government created a new sexual ed curriculum which was written by a convicted pedophile? Where were you? Where were you? Where were you? Where were you? You have literally made these... I'm sure there are wonderful people in LGBT community who maybe, I mean, you know, they're gay, and that's fine. I have family members who are gay, and I love them. In fact, my favorite uncle in the world is gay. And this is not, I don't even know why I'm mentioning gay, because Jonathan and gay is two totally different things. This is trans. You know, if you're a guy and you think you're a girl, well, okay, fine. I still think you're mentally ill, but okay, fine. I'm not saying you're harming anybody, but this person right here feels comfortable to do this to your movement because you people did not call out the radicals early enough. So now Jonathan Yaniv, who goes by Jessica, feels comfortable to hitch himself onto the LGBT movement and then do all this stuff like invite underage people to topless parties, ask to help girls with their tampons, harass women who don't want to shave his nuts. You notice he always likes to go after women. He always likes to harass women. He never tries to harass men, except when it's a male reporter that's trying to cover him. And it's someone like Kean Bexley, who, I mean, okay, Kean is poor Kean. He's a small dude, you know? You one look at Kean, you wouldn't think he could hurt him. I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything, but, you know, I don't think Jonathan would do that to me. I mean, I'd kill Jonathan. I'd end up in jail if Jonathan did what he did to Kean or David the Menzoid Menzies. But you notice he likes to go after women. He wants to have a topless pool party with little girls. He wants to go in the girls' bathroom to help little girls with their tampons. He sends Elmo messages, sexually charged Elmo messages to girls. And he goes after women because they don't want to shave his nuts. And now he is trying to go after Uber drivers who are female. Female Uber drivers, be careful of Jonathan. This is your final warning. Be careful. Be careful. He is dangerous. He's going to get you. You're going to have a problem. This is the Arana Nation.